What up, YouTube? This is Rather Be Welding coming at you again with another homemade project. I think this is part 7 of this death bike build. I think it's part 7. I'm not sure if it's not part 7 or if it's part 6 or 8. I don't know. Anyway, like I said in the other video, I'm dismantling it. I am tired. I have tried getting this thing running great. It ran, it moved, but it was so slow, it was painful to ride. I could walk faster than this thing could go in top speed. So, what I did was I took the motor off, and I used the motor to build this. This is the mini motorcycle part 2. As you can see, it looks like the mini motorcycle. There's a mini motorcycle. Oh, and why I'm doing this inside is because it's raining. I'm only showing this, in here, and then we're gonna go outside in the rain. Hopefully, it's gonna stop by then. It's like on-off rain. Anyway, and then I'm gonna try to see if this thing can get started, because yesterday I tried all fucking day to get this thing running, to get this thing started, and it would not start. I'll be honest, I don't like Honda motors. Briggs & Stratton, they're awesome. They have a mixing knob where it's just a screw that, in the carburetor, where if the motor's running too rich, back it down. If it's running too lean, tighten the screw. So, therefore you can adjust how much how much fuel is going into the carburetor. With Hondas, yeah, there's a mixing valve, but I don't know if you can see that right in the middle of the screen. That thing, it can only turn 90 degrees. That little angle piece on top stops it from turning all the way. So I've tried fiddling with that thing so long, and I can't get this thing running like, it runs good at half throttle, but if you do full throttle, this thing just it's running way too lean. It just needs more fuel going into it, but yet I can't adjust the mixing valve to do it. So, focus. Thank you. So, I'm not sure what to do. So, what I'm doing is, I just built this thing with this motor on it, and yes, I've done a few test runs. You can see because the pipe is black and in front of the exhaust. I've done a small test run with first gear. Let me show you gears. Here's the gears. It's the normal design that I had for the mini motorcycle. I'll show that in a second. Where this is first gear. You step on this, and it tightens down the belt, therefore making you go. And then you rev it all the way, and then you move your foot to here. And this is second gear. When you step on this, it goes, and it goes in second gear. But anyway, for these to work properly, they need torque. This motor does not have torque. And this design is the exact same as this design on the mini motorcycle. You step on this, goes in first gear, step on this, goes in second gear. It's exactly the same. Why this works a whole lot better than that? Because this has a 6.5 horsepower motor that feels like an 8 horsepower. I'm not kidding. This 6.5 horsepower is really, it runs great. Let me put it that way. It runs awesome. So therefore, this thing hauls ass. So, anyway, this thing doesn't. It putts. It really putts. So, what I'm going to do is, for now, use this motor, and then once I get another 6.5, possibly 7 horsepower, put it on this bike, and see if that can maybe get this thing running fast. how I built it was, I just took a BMX bike, I cut it off there, and built the frame. I had to raise the seat because that tube right there, was way too high, so I had to raise the seat a lot and weld it right there, and then another shaft that goes down and then goes to there, and then the pedals right here, there was pedals, I cut those off, I put on a 1.5 inch sprocket, and that goes to a 7 inch sprocket. The thing that sucks about this sprocket is I had to put guides. These are my jerry rig guides. They're just oh shit, that snapped. Shit. Well, I'll fix that later. These have screws when they work. Sorry, my phone was full and I had to delete some stuff. Anyway, this is my belt adjusting thing, so therefore this sprocket doesn't fall off. It still falls off, but it helps it not to fall off, so you just move this back and forth, and it does that. I also have one here. So therefore, so it goes from a 1.5 inch to a 7 inch to a 20 inch tire, and no. I should say this. From the motor, it goes from a 2-inch sprocket in first gear, 2-inch sprocket to a 8-inch sprocket. Second gear, 2-inch sprocket to a 4-inch sprocket. And I'll make a smaller one of these so you go faster. To go faster, you just change this into a smaller one. To go slower, in first gear, you change this out to be a bigger one, or just change this to be a smaller one, and this one a bigger one. Vice versa. And then that goes to the sprocket, and that goes to the tire. That's the best design I've ever made. So, not on this, because this motor sucks. On that, when I came up with that design, I had no intention of making something that can go this fast. I was just kind of like fooling around. Hey, I wonder if this, hey, I have my old friends, old bikes. I wonder if the sprocket would fit on the tire. It did. I wonder if this sprocket would fit here. It did. I wonder if that sprocket would fit there. I wonder if this motor would fit here. Fit perfectly. And all of a sudden, next thing I know, I have something that can go 45 miles an hour, but can go up any hill from a standing stop. So this thing is awesome. So, what I'm going to do is, here's a little video of when I had the motor on that thing. Here's a little video of how slow this thing went. So yeah, it topped out at on a flat hill in 6th gear. It topped out at like 15 miles an hour. So yeah, I scrapped that. So let's see, without me rambling on the entire fucking video, let's see how well this thing can go, if I can get this thing started. So if I can get this thing started, let's see how well my design can work. So anyway, let's test this thing out. Okay, it's running. It's a little rainy, but whatever. Oh shit. Oops. Damn it. So, I am now soaking wet, and this bike is soaking wet. I'm surprised the belts didn't slip. But anyway, this thing is slow as shit. I don't know if it's the motor, or if it's just, I think it's the motor, because it, I think it's a motor. So, hopefully, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of leave this motor on for now, and then once I get 6.5, possibly 7 horsepower, I'm going to put it on this thing and see if it can go faster than the mini motorcycle. So, this is my attempt to recreate the mini motorcycle. It sucks. It goes really slow, and it just sucks. Anyway, thank you for watching, subscribe, and have a nice day.